This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi, and here we are, Superior Bait and Tackle. Boy, they gearing up for Christmas. If you need gift certificates, you need anything fixed, you need special, what you call stocking stuffers, they got them all. There's anything you need for Christmas for outdoorsmen, especially a fisherman, is right here, Superior Bait and Tackle. And if you're looking for guns and shotguns, Jim's is right next door. So make a trip here for Christmas. Now, this show is dedicated to one of my legends, one of my people I looked up, Mr. Popeye Nugent, passed away. And I'm going to do it at the beginning of the show because I'm dedicating this show to Popeye Nugent. And all the old fishermen are still fishing. People my age, over 65, but are still fishing bass tournaments and still being out there and being competitive in bass fishing. So Popeye and family, God bless you, God look over you, and thank you. This show is dedicated to you. We got some bad duck reports. We got a few other hunting pictures. Mostly we got a lot of makeup to do on our fishing report, especially in the coastal. Stay tuned, you're watching Paradise, Louisiana, from Superior Bait and Tackle on Seagan Lane.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. As all y'all know, man, the goose season started out early, especially up in the East Zone, and Lynn Rollins and Kobe and them. I mean, they were limiting out every day. It was so much fun watching all the geese in the area, and we heard in the state, our state in Arkansas, geese were everywhere. Well, they did good. Then the ducks were on the way. Well, since then, there's going to be more about that in Duck Report. They left. They gone. They killing very few ducks and geese right now. All over the north, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Bobby Black and them are going over that place. They're not seeing the ducks, they're seeing either they left. But I have more of that in the Duck Report. But this is a hunt. And it brought back memories when Lynn told me they were killing so many that Lynn and I did with Top Gun last year. And on the opening week. Here we go. We're heading out. Top Gun, Kobe Daniels, Mer Rouge, Louisiana.
Kill him, y'all. Kill him.
Good shot. Good shot, boys. Can I send her?
Yes, sir.
Back.
Now, kill him.
Got both of them.
Back. Ain't this fun?
She'll get him.
Run. Come get a little closer.
Hey, is he hunting too, Colby? So that's what, 12 we can kill?
We all hunt.
Kobe, ain't this fun? Hey, get ready.
Come.
Look here. I'm here at one of my favorite hunting places with my favorite waterfowl hunting buddy, Lynn Rollins. 4 or 5 times. Broadcaster of the year. I got a new buddy here, the guy can really call these geese. It don't get better than this. If this ain't Paradise, Louisiana, hey, what else can we ask for? Thank you, Lord. What a great day.
Mr. Lynn, you think you can stay out there? You're a good decoy.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Hey, get little. Yeah, I got 4 or 5 sticks of it.
Low ones behind them. You're getting low. Kill him, y'all.
Killing 4.
Any of them drop?
That's 9. That's pretty good.
Hold on.
Mr. Mervyn Sauceman still works, and these guys are calling other times. What kind you using, Kobe?
I'm using a bartender and a Haydale.
Yeah. We use all different kinds, but this is out of nostalgia. One of my first goose calls, Mr. Mervyn Sauceman. Gate on, Louisiana.
Colby, Gary.
Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
Colby, Gary's got one of the very first goose calls that he ever had. I guarantee you that thing's 90 years old. In his hands alone.
I'd be cutting it tight, I believe.
It would. It may be over a century.
Yeah.
Yeah. It and Coca-Cola were invented the same year.
What about this one right here? Ooh, too high.
I hope that shit ain't going on TV.
It's going to be you.
No, it ain't neither.
We're going to attribute it to you. I'm going to shoot one. Shoot one, dear.
Way too high.
Not for Gary.
We'll be still.
Watch this thing right here. What is this?
Fishing. It's where good stories come from. It's about good times and family and friends. It's about taking a couple home for dinner tonight and saving a few for tomorrow. It's all about that and so much more. To CCA, fishing is about enjoying today and making sure tomorrow is even better. To us, fishing comes with a responsibility for the resources we enjoy so much. If fishing means all that to you, then you belong with CCA.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. This is a little combination duck report, and I got a few hunting pictures. I want to thank everybody sending me those pictures. Got a bunch coming up in the fishing report, but let me go through this because it's got a lot of reports. These are people that I called firsthand and talked to. Okay, number one in Buras, Ryan Lambert is the only one I know is still killing few ducks. And not quite as good as it was the opening weekend, but this past week, they are killing. There's a lot of divers showing up, but they're killing a lot of pintail and widgeon. Here's a picture he sent. One of his crews or people from out of town took a picture on a cypress log. It was very beautiful and a widgeon. One of the prettiest ducks you can ever imagine. He sent that picture, so thank you, Ryan. Also, Ryan's in the fishing report, too. All right, and then Delacroix, Mike Binge, he sent me a picture of the first weekend he had with his friends and their friends' kids. As Timmy LeGrard and his sons, Cash or whatever his name is, and William 6. But the limit, the first day, second day, a few teal. They're just gone. They're there one day and they're gone the next. They see them flying. At Alice, Hoover went to Alice and rode up and down. And he could hear some shooting far off, but didn't hear a whole lot of shooting. The water's open. You can get there. He saw a few of them landing in an area he was going to move to, but the day he was there, he didn't kill but a couple. So the duck report there is terrible. Port Barry, my brother and them, opening weekend, everybody but him, he didn't have enough water, but everybody out there limited it out. And then come this past weekend, I got a picture with Louis Dijon and his son-in-law and his grandson and his friend Johnson of Savio. This is old John, where my brother and them hunt. They limited out the first weekend, both days look, and this last weekend, 3 spoonbills. Wasn't good at all. So they don't know what ducks left. Talked to Brian Briggs, Teal Lake. They limited out all the time. First word he told me, he's supposed to send me a picture. He didn't, but I'm glad he didn't. But he said, they left. The ducks left. Where'd they go? No. Everybody I talked to was all excited about opening day, hadn't did anything. Same thing with Lynn. Lynn had a few days off. He was going to go back and kill them geese. He heard the ducks were there. When he got up to Top Gun, Kobe and them, they busted their butt. They traveled, they rode, see any ducks. Even in the breaks, they didn't see no gray ducks. Where'd they go? Don't know. Where'd the geese go? They don't know. So that's it. That's most of the duck hunt reports I'm getting. I didn't get anywhere else, and I'm not going to report something I haven't seen. Now, this is a picture he's been sending me all the time. Steve St. Cyr lives up in Washington, Louisiana, around Opelousas, north in there. He killed his coyote, and he had his camera out, and he took a still off his camera where the coyote was walking away with a fawn hindquarter. They were killing their deer, and sometimes they're having trouble with their cows. One thing I learned years ago, and I see all these farmers that got calf and small animals, they got a donkey. They tell me a coyote will not fool with a donkey, and a donkey will keep the coyotes out. So I wanted to tell you that. Another picture I got coming in, Major Paraka, that's the grandson of my best buddy Ken Lambert. Well, Ken sent me this, and that boy's they're out of school in Alabama, him and his brother. He had to kill 2 deer, and that morning they went duck hunting and killed a limit of ducks. These boys are something else, and they play sports. Okay, I know Major's a great pitcher. He might be pitching in the pros one day or college for sure. So thank you for the duck hunt. When I come back, I got a fishing report.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report. Let me tell you, by the way, this report's 2 weeks old. You know, Chris and them went up and Don and them, they were in South Dakota. So we had to hurry some things up. I ain't heard from Chris yet, but I hear they didn't do that good in South Dakota on their hunt this year. But you can always look for it on Bayou Wild, so it keep coming up. Now, let me go back to this fish. I'm gonna give you a little freshwater report because it don't make sense. Chaffalot Spillway is falling. I heard friends that were catching fish in Henderson. Chaffalot Spillway, nothing. Lake Verret, yeah. Told me if you gonna go, I promised you I was gonna go. Something came up, the different weather changes. We had some problems, well, not problems, but we had some events in the family that I just forgot about and enjoyed my family. I didn't get to go. But the people I talked to, and they went in the spillway, covered a lot of area, caught a few fish, but not like we expect for this time of year. So the Chaffalot Spillway, the river's falling all the way up. Tide's controlling some because it's down low and around the Morgan City area, but they're not catching the fish that I thought they would be catching in the Chaffalot. Henderson, yeah, they're still catching fish. I talked to Brendan up in Lorto. He said the Sac-a-lait, a lot of people hunting right now, and there's a lot of traffic, but few people are catching the normal people, the guides that know what they're doing, catching them. But I asked him about the bass. He said, well, he didn't know. His son and them were doing it. But the catfish are crazy. Same thing is going on in False River. False River this time of year, I can just remember when we were killing the fish right now between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Fishing crankbaits, fishing anything you want. Spinnerbait, they'd be up around the piers. But right now, they lowered their water. I'm not getting any reports. Don't even know if people were fishing, but the ones I know, I'm not getting any reports. A few reports are coming from Old River, and that's big fish. So I better make this hurry up then. Venice, they're catching bass, they're catching everything I hear. They're catching, when the weather's right, they're catching redfish specks, they're going down river. So here's some of the pictures I got on the coastal area. Island Marina, Whitney runs Island Marina in the bait shop. She sent me some pictures. There's Cade Russell and Cohen Stewart. They're fishing right off the Coagan Canal with live shrimp. Here's a bunch of fish they caught. Captain Brantley, Mike is just begging me to come down right now, and he got people coming from all over the country right now down there, and you got to watch the weather, but even with rough wind, sometimes they finding places right now in the Pontchartrain Basin where they're catching fish. Here's some people. Let me read my own writing again. This is Michael and his third grade son, Xavier, and here they are. They're catching the Cajun Grand Sam. They're fishing the railroad trestle. In Lake Pontchartrain, they were fishing a drop shot rig with live shrimp. Now, and then you got another picture from there. It's with, let me write it down now. With Dr. Brandon Bean. They had another place where they caught 5 or 6 species of fish. And they caught them on the Lacombe shoreline and in and around the trussels or the twin spans. So a lot of fish be coming from the twin span. Then I got something from Dulac again, John Bernard. They're using bait shrimp under cork. Here's a beautiful young lady, Hannah Jones, and Joe Connie out of T. Irvins. And then Cocodrie, I ain't getting any report where Keith and Melissa Fontenot, they sent me a report and they said, Mr. Gary, you ain't been getting any reports. We decided to go to Saturday after Thanksgiving. Here's a bunch of red and drum that we caught out of Cocodrie on tight lining bait shrimp. I told you again, and Venice was hot. Dan and Matt Waller finally made a run, and look at the size of these trout. These big trout, they were downriver, and they were catching them on a New Orleans or NOLA baits, they call them, that his son makes himself. So you see them baits, and you know that's not our sponsors, but A lot of people making baits right now. They look similar. They're catching fish, but they are plastic. Ben Birdsong, another friend of mine, son-in-law, went down there in the Slidell area. They were fishing out of Lake Catherine, live shrimp, fishing the twin spans. They said they had a couple captains around them with a lot of people there. They were fishing deep holes, 20 foot of water. Or deeper, they were fishing their Carolina rig with live shrimp and big trout. He didn't send me a picture to show you, but he said they caught trout, they caught redfish, and when they move up and down, they catch a flounder or a sheephead. Bourgeois charters, this is very important to let y'all know. You know they went through the storm. They sent me some pictures with doing all the work and the lodging, but they daytime fishing now. So if you want to make a daytime trip and you live in the New Orleans area or Slidell and you're less than an hour away, you can book a trip at Bourgeois Charters and their feet. They booking trips, they catching fish. Here's an old-time friend I ain't heard from a long time, Bill Bingham, with his grandson Anthony and his daughter Isabella. They're catching these big redfish in Prien Lake in Lake Charles. He sent me a pretty picture of sunset too. I hope I sent it. Delacroix, Tom LeBlanc, and Cesar Garcia are still fighting when they find the birds. Sometimes they have a hard time keeping up with the birds. They leave or they move out. But when they can find them and float to them, they're catching trout. And they've been fishing Bay Gardine, still using H&H, black and chartreuse H&H or the Alien. I don't want to miss nothing. One more to see we're going out. This is all the saltwater trips. I believe it's the only ones I got. Boo, I hope I didn't miss none. Didn't miss none on the top. And I told you again, Brandon said they're catching sac-a-lait and catfish. Unbelievable at Lotto. So now, I think that's it, folks. That was a long fishing report. I hope you enjoyed that goose hunt. I hope they come back. You see, I enjoyed it. I haven't made one yet this year, but good Lord's gonna keep me around, keep everybody's Louisiana safe. I hear they got another strain of COVID. We can beat them all right now. Just be smart, be safe. Thank God for Louisiana. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.